Okay, let's jump into a battle. Here we go. Right, really pumped up about this team. So listen, I don't know if you guys saw the Nintendo Direct. Again, it was so amazing. I hear that Pokemon Stadium 1 and 2 is coming back out, and that's going to happen next year. I probably think that it's going to come up on probably towards Pokemon Day in February. I think that would be ideal for next year's release. It would be really, really amazing. I loved playing Pokemon Stadium. I thought that there was a lot of, RNG hate, but yeah, it was a pretty good format, at least for me. With the Gen 1 Pokemon and such. So, but with all that said, listen, let's jump into a game. All right, so he has a very unique team. We have a Crobat, a Caparaja, looks like a Grimmsnarl, Lapras, Xerneas, and Pheromosa. So it looks like I definitely want to get Trick Room up. I do have to watch out for the Caparaja though. I really do like Liepard as a lead, as well as yeah, I do like Liepard as a lead with the Magearna. The only thing is that I do have to watch out for a Haze by the Crobat. Victini's okay as well. Victini's actually really good here. So I think I'll bring that and Amoonguss. Alright, so yeah, so let's try that. Right, here we go. Alright, so he starts off with Crobat and Xerneas. Okay. Now Crobat has Inner Focus, so I do have to watch out for that. So Fake Out really wouldn't work on that. And I do have to look out for the Taunt as well. So let's Fake Out the Xerneas. And we're gonna just try the hard set Trick Room. Let's try that. Hopefully he doesn't have Taunt. Alright, so there's the Fake Out onto the Xerneas. That'll get the flinch. And oh wow, he actually set Tailwind. So this is really, really good for us. Xerneas gets the flinch, and then I set the Trick Room up. So now going forward, I'm going to have 5 turns of speed control, which is really, really good. At this point, I actually don't even have to max yet. Let me think if I really want to do that. I can copycat the Tailwind, or I can Encore it, actually, which I think I'll do. Okay, yeah, I think I'm going to Encore it, and then pop Steel Spike into the Xerneas slot. Okay, let's do that. Okay, so there's the max. Alright, big Magearna. Alright, so Encore should pop off, and that's going to lock the Crobat into Tailwind, and there's a Steel Spike into the Xerneas, which should get the KO. Alright, plus I get a defense boost. So that's going to help out a lot in the long run. And then I get a Soul Heart boost, which is going to boost the special attack because of the KO. And then, of course, the Crobat is locked into Tailwind, and it's just going to keep failing until he switches out. All right, so let's see what he brings out. I think he has some options. I know Xerneas was a really powerful mon that he had, but there's the Lapras. Okay. So Lapras, what I could do is I could use Fake Tears and lower its special defenses, which is going to be really helpful. And I'll probably set the Starfall. Or should I do the Mindstorm? Let's think about that. No, I think I'm gonna actually just yeah, I think I'll just Starfall into the Lapras slot. At this point, okay, yeah, so he's gonna switch out the Crobat and bring in Pheromosa. Okay, so you know, we have a good idea as to the 3 Pokemon that he's running left. So he has the Lapras, the Pheromosa, and the Crobats. And it looks like he's going to max the Lapras. All right, so big Lapras. G-Max. Okay, there's the Fake Tears. And remember, I'm +1 special attack. So this may not KO, but it's going to take a lot of damage. The stab, yeah, a lot of damage. So that's what we was hoping for. He's probably gonna max resonance here into the Liepard slot, which is okay. Yep, that's the right move. It's not gonna KO because Liepard's. I mean, I do have a Sash as well, which helps. Okay. And it looks like he's running Leftovers. Okay. Now, Liepard is, I can actually switch it out maybe for Amoonguss. And here I'm going to set a Mindstorm into Pheromosa. Yeah, I think I'll just do that. It probably is not going to KO the Pheromosa because he probably has a Focus Sash, but it's all about getting the Psychic Terrain up. Because I do want Amoonguss to at least have some, you know, some options in case I want to put something to sleep. So there's the Max Mindstorm. And yeah, there's a Focus Sash, which was expected. Okay. And I wonder if he's gonna either Coach or maybe Speed Swap. Lunge, okay. Alright, so I'm just gonna take some damage. Lowers the attack. But I'm gonna gain some more life with Black Sludge, and here's the Leftovers tick into the Lapras as well. Now the Tailwind did peter out, but it's okay because both of his mons are pretty fast. I should underspeed the both of them. So what I'm gonna do is I could actually just Rage Powder in case, or I could just pop a Protect because the Dazzling Gleam should be able to take out both mons. So let's do that. All right, so here's the Protect. And because I underspeed, Dazzling Gleam should get the KO on both. Wow, okay. Lapras still lived. Okay, so I still do get a Soul Heart boost, which is going to help out a lot. And there's the Max Geyser, probably into the Magearna slot. Okay. And I lived that. So he sets Rain as well, something that I definitely have to look out for. Amoonguss gets another tick. and so does the Lapras. So it looks like it has, oh, and it does return to normal as well, so I do have to look out for that. Okay, so he's probably gonna haze me. The yeah, it's unfortunate. Probably gonna get hazed. But after one let's see, protect hazes. Yeah, I mean after one Dazzling Gleam I should get the KO anyways, so it's not gonna hurt as much. So I think I'll just Spore into the Crobat slot, and I think it's safe to just Dazzling Gleam. Yeah. Because I have outs. He has 2 Mons, and in the back I do have a the Victini. Okay, so Amoonguss gets KO'd, which is fine. Brave Bird is going to take some damage off. It's going to take some HP off of the Crobat because of recoil. And oh, he uses Life Dew. Okay, that's a really good tech. So he probably doesn't have Protect. He probably has Life Dew, Freeze Dry, maybe Hydro Pump and something else. But Dazzling Gleam is going to take out a good chunk of damage. Yeah, that was expected. Okay. Another Soul Heart boost. And at this point, I wouldn't even have to reveal the last mon. I could just bring in the Life Heart back. And instead of using Fake Out, it's definitely not going to work because of Psychic Terrain that's up. And I could just Encore actually. I mean, hopefully it'll work, but it probably wouldn't. And there's the Store Power. Because Encore is probably just not... It's not going to work because of the terrain. It looks like. It might not. But it did, actually. So I didn't know that. I thought that Encore probably wasn't going to go through Psychic Terrain. But Life Heart does get KO'd, which is fine because it's all about Magearna getting the special attack boosts. And the Stored Power is going to KO the Crobat. And listen, we'll get the win. Alright, so he had a really cool team. You know, I did snowball with the you know, with the Magearna, which was expected. Got a lot of special attack boosts, and you know, was able to you know, take out a lot of damage over time. So very well played. So we got a win. Alright, so let's see the next team that we're up against. Here we go. Okay, so we have an Indeedee, a Charizard, Whimsicott, Cali Ice. Alright, so we have an Ice Horse, a Terrakion, and a Kyogre. Alright, so I do have to watch out for some beat up shenanigans. Whimsicott gets beat up, and it's a good combo with Terrakion. I actually don't have redirection, unfortunately. So I will have to bring in Lipard. And probably Victini. Because Victini, what a Scarf Victini could do is I could potentially KO anything if they don't max with a either with a V-Create or even with a Final Gambit. It would, you know, get a double KO, one on my Pokemon, one on theirs, and if I'm able to get Magearna out there, it will have a plus attack boost of +2. But I do think Lipard is a good lead here. Alright, so let's do this. Let's do Victini, Lipard, Magearna, and I think Yveltal's okay as well. I'm gonna try Yveltal in the back. So here we go. Alright, Whimsicott, Terrakion. Okay, so that was expected. This is why I led the light part. Alright, so ooh, it's a risky play. I can always just Final Gambit into the Terrakion slot. Or I could just V-Create into the Whimsicott, which is also not a bad move as well. Probably I'm thinking about doing that. The light part, I have to fake out the Whimsicott. I have to fake out the Whimsicott. And I think because of that, I'm probably just going to Final Gambit into the Terrakion. Yeah. So let's Final Gambit and let's just fake out the Whimsy. He'll probably max. Oh, he doesn't max. Okay, so he protects. I'm okay with that. There's the fake out. And there's the Final Gambit, so it's going to get blocked. Okay. Alright. So at this point, I can actually... I can go for the Gambit again. Unfortunately, the Terrakion is probably going to outspeed because he's going to Tailwind. Now, I'm okay if he does Tailwind. Or I can actually Encore. What are my options? Alright, I'll tell you what. Let's bring in Magearna. And we're going to try to Encore the Terrakion to keep him locked into Protect. I mean, if he happens to max, then, you know, listen, it's okay. Because we're going to bring in the Magearna that could eat the rock move anyways. So good. There's the Encore. So he's stuck using Protect. And in case he wants to beat up, then that'll be protected. Okay, he's going to set Tailwind, which is fine as well. And there you go. So I get a free swap, free switch in, which is definitely really good. At this point, I could just Flash Cannon into the Whimsicott and attempt to Encore. Alright, so he withdraws Terrakion, and let's see what he brings in. Okay, so he brings in Kyogre. Alright, so there's the Drizzle, and he's... okay, so he protects. That's fine. That's a really good protect on his part. And what I should have done is I should have just Trick Roomed, but that's okay. Alright, so he has Protect, Tailwind. And at this point, unfortunately, I'm just going to have to max. So I'm going to max guard and hit the Copycat. The only thing is that Whimsicott is very dangerous. Let's see, what would Whimsicott do? He has Protect and Tailwind. He definitely has Encore, which I do have to watch out for. Don't know if Magearna is a really good Maxmon here. Alright, so you know what? Let's attempt to Trick Room. And let's Encore the Whimsicott so we can lock him into Protect. Okay. So he'll be locked into Protect. And unfortunately, I'm going to have to eat the Spout. It's going to take a lot of damage. My goodness. Well, the Spout's so busted. Alright, so Magearna gets the Trick Room out. Alright, so at this point, I mean, I could simply just Encore, or I'm actually going to fake Tears into the Kyogre and weaken it a little bit. Alright, so he takes out the Whimsicott. I think he's probably going to bring in... Oh, he brings the Charizard, okay. Wow. Room Service Charizard, interesting. Alright, so there's the fake Tears into the Kyogre. And Dazzling Gleam. That guy is so bulky. There's the other spout. So, I mean, at this point, we're really not in a great spot. Even in the Trick Room. I really don't know what the speed is on that Charizard. And they don't have the Tailwind up as well. So I'm going to bring in the Victini and the Voltol. Okay. And it looks like Charizard is definitely going to underspeed. So at this point, I guess I could max charge into the Kyogre slot and get some Snarls up and start lowering some special attacks. At this point, that's my only out. Alright, so I have to max the Victini, unfortunately, because I do probably do underspeed, but again, I'm still not really in the best spot. Alright, so wow, and he has Rock Slide. Okay. Water Spout. So much damage. Max Lightning into the Kyogre. This should KO. Yeah. And we get a Snarl into the Charizard as well. But it's a physical Charizard, which is unfortunate for us. Alright, so there's a Snarl. That's good damage. Of course, the Life Orb's going to take it out. Yeah. And in the back, he has a Terrakion and a Whimsicott. So, not in the best of shape here. Yeah. Definitely not in the best of shape. So, let's just... yeah, at this point, I mean, knuckling is probably the best move. So I'll just knuckle into the Terrakion. Hopefully I'm able to get a move off, but if not, then, you know, he'll probably get the win. Yeah, hindsight, that Kyogre was so bulky. I mean, even after one Fake Tears and a Dazzling Gleam, I wasn't able to do anything. And he gets the Rock Fall. Physical Charizard. And then he sets the Sandstorm up, which is going to give Terrakion the defense boost, so Knuckles probably not going to take it out. Yeah. Played well. I mean, he played really, really well. And Rock Slide doesn't miss, and he gets the KO. Unfortunate. Guess in hindsight, I could have probably chose a different mon to, you know, to bring it in the back. Even with Trick Room not being able to really get a lot in on that. Yeah, I didn't really have too much of an advantage, even with Trick Room. So, yeah, you know, sucks. But you know, we'll try to get another game. Okay. And we got another match up. Okay, so this team actually is really strong. I think it's top 4 in Worlds. This is a Charizard, Groudon, Incineroar, Grimmsnarl, Gastrodon, and Zacian. So Palkia is really, really great here. However, I do have to watch out for that Grimmsnarl. So I think I'm actually going to lead Lipard Palkia. Bring in the Amoonguss. Or should I bring in the Victini? Let's think about this. Magearna is kind of okay, but it's really not that great. It's this team, Yveltal, decent, but not too great. I think in this case, unfortunately, it probably have to be Amoonguss and Victini. It's just that do have to watch out for the Incineroar and the Grimmsnarl. Grimmsnarl is gonna pose a problem. So if I can get that off the field, that and the Zacian, then I should be in okay shape. All right, so let's see how it goes. Let's see how this goes. All right, so he leads with the big bully, Groudon, Charizard, and pop some pressure. Okay. I guess at this point, it's all about getting up Trick Room early. So I'm gonna max the Palkia and make sure I hit Copycat. Okay. And I'm gonna max the Palkia into guard. Okay, so let's do that. So if he switches out the Groudon, I mean, that's pretty okay as well. I do have to look out for the switching into the Zacian slot though. Okay. And it's probably going to be Zacian, as I predicted. Looks like he's probably going to max Charizard as well. Yep, that's the right play. Now, unfortunately, I'm probably going to lose my Lipard to Max Wildfire. Unless he does Airstream into the... unless he Airstreams into the Palkia, which would be really good for us. Because I wouldn't take any damage. Alright, so here's the max. Alright, big Palkia. Very nice legendary. Okay. And here comes the max guard. Hopefully Airstreams into it. Okay, there's the Copycat. And we'll copy the Trick Room. What does he go into? Okay, so he Airstreams into the Lipard. That's going to bring it down to 1, which is okay. Alright, so we'll take that. And we got the Sash. Alright, so we'll take some solar power damage, and he's actually not Life Orb, so it's possible that he has a berry or he has a weakness policy. That's something that I definitely have to look out for. Okay, so let's fake tears. And let's go for a quake into the... Yeah, let's go for a quake into the Zacian slot. Even if he protects, I mean, we're okay with that because we still get a Spadef boost, which is going to help us in the long run. Okay, so we get the fake tears off. He does not protect, and looks like we're going to get a Spadef boost as well. All right, and there's the max quake. All right, so we're in pretty good shape. There's the boom, and it knocks out the Zacian. So we're in a really, really good spot here. His fourth mon is definitely something I have to look out for. Hopefully, it's probably going to be the Gastrodon, which is, you know, not that great, but that's all right because what we'll do is, you know, we'll start putting some stuff to sleep. There's the Airstream into the Life Hard. Okay. All right, so he's going to get some attack boosts. There's a solar power. All right, so he's taking some chip damage. You know, we can live with that. All right, so let's bring in the Amoonguss. And I think at this point we'll try to put the Charizard to sleep. If we do that, then we could, you know, get some hits onto the... oh, he has Incineroar. Okay. All right, so his Incineroar probably has a Goggles on it. So I think in this case, I'm actually just going to hit a Protect. Yeah, I think I'm just going to protect the Amoonguss. And then Geyser into the Incineroar slot. Or I could just double Quake into it too. I think I like Quake better. No, I do want to set Rain up because it forces him to switch. Alright, so let's do this. Let's try to put... No, I have to protect because he has fake out pressure. Yeah, we'll Geyser. Okay, so we'll hit the protect. And there's a fake out, we'll block that. And then we'll set the Rain up. Alright, so we hit the Rain into the Incineroar slot. That's good damage, we'll take it. And because of that, that's going to set up the Rain. So the Wildfire is definitely not going to hit as hard, which is really good. And he has a Citrus Berry, which is okay. So it's good to know that he doesn't have safety goggles on. Unfortunately, the Wildfire is going to go into the Amoonguss slot. It's not going to take a lot of damage because of the bulk and because of the weather. Unfortunately, I'm going to be taking some ticks off of the Wildfire as well. But the Black Sludge should help it out just a bit. And of course, you know, with the Wildfire, I also do have a Leftovers as well. So it's good to know I don't have to worry about a Gastrodon that's lingering. So I could safely use the Water moves. And of course, you know, the Rain is up. So it looks like here he's probably just going to bring in a Groudon. I could safely Spore at this point into any slot. I think I'm going to Spore probably into the Incin slot because it looks like he's probably going to switch that out. And then I'll Brine into the Charizard's... No, actually, no, I'm not going to Brine. I'm actually going to Brine into the Incineroar slot as well. And probably read into the Protect for the Charizard. If I was Charizard, I would Protect at this point. Yep, that's the right move. And here's a Spore. And then here's the Brine. And the Brine should be able to knock out the Incineroar in Rain. Okay. That should get the KO. And it does. So we're still up 2 Pokemon, which is really good. We still do have to watch out for the Wildfire ticks. He is going to set up Sun again, which could be really problematic. But I do have some special defense boosts as well as leftover ticks. Alright, so here comes the Groudon. I think at this point, Trick Room is actually going to be up. Okay. Oh, I think I have one more turn of Trick Room. So that's actually great. So I think here I'm actually going to Spore into the Charizard. Hopefully he doesn't have glasses. Or goggles, I should say. And I could easily just brine into the yeah, I think I'm just gonna brine into the Groudon slot. Hopefully a Groudon isn't weakness policy, because you know that would hurt a little bit. He went for the double protect, he missed, and there's a Spore. So I'm really in a great spot here. His Groudon. Oh, he has a Lumberry. Wow, such a good tech. Okay, so there's the P-Blades. Alright, so I'm going to take a good amount of damage, unfortunately. So the Palkia. There's the Brine. Alright, so there's the Solar Power, and unfortunately, that's going to take out the Among Us. There's the Palkia. Okay. Okay. Alright, so let's bring in the Victini. Man, it's pretty close. Now I'm Scarfed, but he is plus in speed. I definitely outspeed the Groudon. So I think what I'll do is I'm gonna go for the V-Create into the Groudon slot. Or actually no. I mean, let me think about this. I could always Gambit. I think I do wall. No, I'm probably not gonna wall that Groudon. So Victini is gonna have to get a KO off of something. I think I'm gonna have to KO the Groudon. So let's try to go for the V-Create, hope for a crit. And let's go for a Trick Room. Hurricane! Wow! My goodness! Got a Hurricane off. Who would have thought? And there's the V-Create into the Groudon. Hopefully it gets the KO. It's in Sun, it's boosted. Alright, we got a KO. Alright. The only unfortunate thing is that I am stuck in this move. So Charizard and Victini. Because I'm Scarf, I'm stuck in V-Create. Now V-Create in Sun is really hard. It's really strong. His moves is Hurricane. He does miss. Hurricane is not really that accurate. And here comes the V-Create. This should hurt. Woo! Big power. Not very effective. But again, remember, it's V-Create. Let's be real. Alright, that's 180 base power in Sun. So, listen, we will take that as a victory. Alright, big V-Create. That's how powerful these mythicals are. I mean, he had a great setup. He was able to reset the weather, bringing in the Groudon, but again, that V-Create, I mean, it is big, big, big busted. And as a result, we got another victory in the books. Alright, so let's start up another battle. We are facing Axel. Alright, really cool team. Again, he has potential for some Sunny Day tactics. He has a Scizor, Whimsicott, Charizard, Landorus, Grimmsnarl, and Dracovish. Very balanced team. So in this case, Trick Room is decent. It's not necessary, I think. I do have to watch out for that. I do have to watch out for the Scizor. Magearna is not really that good here. It's okay. It's just not that great. Lifeguard's okay as a lead. Palkia is great as well because I have a lot of resistances. Unfortunately, I do have to watch out for that Scizor as well, and the Dracovish as well. So here, let's do this. Let's do the same thing we did before. So let's try to set up Trick Room with Palkia early. Have Victini. And I think Amoonguss as well, just for some redirection in case of some, some other shenanigans that they may have. Hopefully there's nothing that has goggles. The Whimsicott could block the Rage Powder, so I do have to look out for that as well. But if anything, I'll probably just Pollen Puff and start regaining some HP. Alright, so let's see how this goes. Whimsicott Charizard. Okay. So the question is, how do I want to play this out? Alright, so I definitely want to fake out the Whimsicott. So I don't want any Sunny Day going up, I don't want any Tailwind going up. And at this point, I could actually just Hard Trick Room. Or simply just go for a... I mean, it's very greedy if I did a Spatial Rend to the Charizard slot. But it looks like he's probably gonna max this turn. So let's Hard Trick Room. Let's do that. Alright, so there's the max to the Charizard. It'd be crazy if he had like a Dragon Pulse. That'd be a really good tech against Palkia. Something I definitely have to watch out for. Alright. But unfortunately, he's not going to get any Tailwind shenanigans though. So, there's the fake out. He flinched. And there's the max. He has a Dragon move. Unbelievable. So, it's going to hit into the Palkia slot. So, very unfortunate. Attack goes down. But the good thing is that I do get the Trick Room up. Now here's the thing. He could Encore me back into... Trick Rooming, or I could play very greedy, max the Palkia. Let's see what I have in the back. That's always smart to look at. I have a Victini and Amoonguss, so he pretty much weakened my max option. I mean, at this point, I unfortunately have to max the Palkia. I think he's going to Sunny Day. I think he's going to Sunny Day. Let's fake Tears. And let's go for the Rend. Max Whirlwind. Alright, let's go for it. Let us go for it. Wow, I cannot believe he had a Max Whirlwind. Really good tech. I mean, I haven't seen that in a while on Charizard, but I mean, for this type of format, because there's a lot of Dragon types that's out there, especially like a Palkia that checks the Charizard, is a really good tech against it. So I'm definitely going to outspeed. Unfortunately, Palkia is super weak. But I will get the fake Tears off. And hopefully the Wormwind should be able to take it out. But, we'll see. Alright, so this is the max Wormwind. Woo, got the KO. We'll take it. So we don't have to worry about any max wildfire damage, which is really good. Unfortunately, we may. Oh, he uses U-turn. U-turn Whimsicott. I've never seen that before. Okay. All right. So we have. Listen, we have tons of options. So we took out Abman. Let's see what he brings out. He'll either bring out his third and fourth Mon. So there's a Scissor. This is why we have the Victini in the back. Okay. And then see if he brings back the Whimsicott. No. And Grimmsnarl. Okay. Alright, so Grimmsnarl has do I want fake out support is the question. I think I do. Palkia is decent here. I don't want it to really get KO'd just yet. So I think what I'll do is I'm going to switch the life card out for the Amoonguss. I think this is my last turn of Max. No, actually this is my second turn. So I can actually safely protect. It is a waste of a Max turn, and I kind of want to watch out for... Yeah, I think I have to max guard because because Grimmsnarl is going to be really problematic, and I do, it would help to get an extra tick. All right, so there's the Amoonguss. Here's the max guard. Let's see what he does. Bullet punch. Yeah, so that's going to be blocked. And does he have trick? He has Spirit Break. Okay, Spirit Break makes sense. Whew, okay, so we get an extra leftovers tick, which is going to help out a lot. And let's see if we could put that Grimmsnarl to sleep. And hopefully get a... probably a Geyser would help. Actually, no, Geyser wouldn't help. I'm going to actually Quake into the Scizor slot. Think about this. No, I mean, the Scizor, he's going to get knocked out by the Victini, so I'm going to try to attack the Grimmsnarl. Hopefully he doesn't, yeah, he's going to Bullet Punch. It's going to be a little bit of damage, but there goes the Spore. Hopefully he's not Lumberry. Alright, so he's going to take a snooze, and then we're going to get a special defense boost. He has to sleep for at least one turn, so let's note that. And we'll take a special defense boost as well. Alright, so that's okay. Alright, so we get a special defense boost on both Mons. And we also get a leftovers tick as well, which is going to be very, very helpful. Okay. Alright, now the question is, do I want to save the Palkia? The Palkia, I mean, I feel like the Palkia did its job. At this point, I could just simply Rage Powder and start getting some more ticks in. So, Spatial Rend. What do I have in the back? Life Card, Victini, Palkia. Victini is for that Scizor. So let's Rage Powder. And let's brine into that slot. Alright, so there's the Rage Powder. He's gonna Bullet Punch into the Amoonguss. Should be able to eat that pretty good. That's a lot of damage. And he gets another turn of sleep. So there's the Brine. Brine might KO. No, not yet. Okay. So we'll get a little bit of the tick here and a little bit of a tick there. Okay. Trick Room's up. Let's try to play this real greedy. God, this is so greedy. No. I think the right play is to spore the scissor. Actually, no. Let's Rage Powder, and let's just try to set up another Trick Room. That's the right move. Because the Grimmsnarl is just going to wake up. Okay, there's the Bullet Punch. So strong. And wow, 3 turns of sleep. Very fortunate for us. And then let's set the Trick Room back up. Plus, we do get another leftover stick, which is really, really vital as well. Okay. There's a Black Sludge, and then we'll get another tick as well. Alright, so we're gonna protect the Amoonguss, or should we Pollen Puff? Trick Room is up. I think it's okay to Pollen Puff. I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna go for the Pollen Puff, and I'm gonna try to brine into the Grimmsnarl slot. It's really greedy, but it's okay. Alright, got that. There's the Pollen Puff. Regain some health. A lot of health. Yeah, we needed that. And now he wakes up, and there's a Spirit Break. So hopefully this doesn't KO, especially because... that Pollen Puff, man. Good damage. Alright, unfortunately, special attack is going to go down, but the Brine should be able to take it out. Okay, so we're in a good slot. We're in a very, very good spot. Alright, so now at this point, we're going to get some leftover sticks. Palkia already did his job, so if they take it out, it's perfectly fine. We'll get a free switch in. And then, because of speed, you know, we'll be able to, you know, put some things to sleep as well. So there's a Whimsicott. We're going to go for a Protect. And we could just Earth Power into the Scizor. Again, at this point, it's probably just going to get the KO as well, which I'm okay with. Because whatever comes in, the Scizor is going to be fine. It's really the Whimsicott I should worry about. So let's Earth Power into the Scizor slot. And again, Bullet Punch should take it out. Again, I'm okay with that. So let's protect the Amoonguss. Bullet Punch. That's the right move. Perfectly fine. And let's see what Whimsicott does. He's probably going to U-turn. Okay. So he has U-turn. I think he has Tailwind. Should have Tailwind. There's a Black Sludge. And let's bring in the Lipard for some Fake Out. Alright. So we're going to Spore into the Scizor. And we're going to Fake Out into the Whims. Alright, so Fake Out, Whimsicott. That's good damage. Bullet Punch. Wow, it doesn't knock out the Lipard. I wonder if we wanted that. Huh. I'm not sure if we really wanted that. Alright, but the Whimsicott flinch, which is definitely helpful. At this point, I could simply Pollen Puff into the Lipard slot. And I wonder if I want to Encore or Copycat. He has U-turn. Actually, no, I'm on the Trick Room too. I think I do outspeed. So yeah, let's just Pollen Puff. Yeah, let's Pollen Puff into the Lipard. And let's Copycat or Fake Tears. Let's think about this. Um, Probably copycat. Let's see what copycats for the fun of it. All right, Scizor is knocked out. Um, Copycat. Is it gonna copycat Bullet Punch? Oh, a copycat Spore. Wow, that's crazy. All right, so let's Pollen Puff into the Lipard. Gonna regain some health, which is definitely gonna help. It's probably going to do U-turn. Okay, it's gonna take some damage out. Makes sense. Okay, turn to normal. I can leave Victini alone. Let's Rage Powder. No. Alright, I think it's time to just bring in the Victini. I think it's been long enough. Alright, so bringing the last mon is going to be the Victini. Should not get the KO here, so let's protect the Amoonguss. Scissors are still asleep. And there's a U-turn. Yeah, not that much damage. Alright, so there's the Amoonguss, and at this point, I mean, I can honestly just keep Rage Powdering the Amoonguss and just keep V-creating. And V-create should just get 1 KO per turn. Alright, so there's the Rage Powder. And here should be the V-create. Scizor is still asleep. Even if it would have Bullet Punched, wouldn't have done that much damage yet. Anyways, this is 4 times effective against Scizor. It's gonna knock it out. Doesn't need the crit. Because V-create is so busted, so powerful. And it's 4 times effective. It's the Whimsicott. It's gonna U-turn into the Victini slot. And Amoonguss is just gonna keep healing. I could actually, at this point, I could just keep healing as well. With Pollen Puffs and just keep going for V-creates. And I should outspeed because I have a Scarf Victini as well. So even if he Tailwinds, doesn't matter at this point. Battle's canceled. Alright, and we get those wins. So, listen, we will take it. So, listen, today we went 3 for 3. I am okay with that. So, it looks like I'll do 1 more and then call it a day. Right, so let's see who we get next. Stint number 7. All right. So, 2 mythicals, 2 legendaries, a Cinderace and a Rillaboom. All right, so he's gonna set up Sun with the Groudon. He has a Marshadow, which I definitely have to look out for. The Palkia is pretty decent in this matchup. I do have to watch out for the Volcanion because it does get water absorbed, so I do have to watch how I use the water moves. Trick Room is okay against this team. It's not really. It is necessary because getting speed control is always great. Unfortunately, Magearna is not a good matchup. Palkia is really great here. So it looks like the lead's gonna look like Lipard Palkia with Victini in the back. And I'm probably gonna have to bring the Volto, because or I could bring the Amoonguss. I think Evolto's a little better here. Unfortunately, if I set Trick Room, then Evolto's not going to outspeed, so the speeds I definitely have to look out for. Alright, so Same team. Let's see how it goes against this one. So let's see what he leads. I don't think he has any fake out pressure except through the Rillaboom, but he does lead Volcanion and Marshall. So let's see, how can we do this? It looks like it does want to take some stab boosts away. I could simply fake out the Volcanion. The Marshadow does have a fighting move as well, so I do have to look out for that. So let's I think the safest place is just Copycat and hit him with the Trick Room. Yeah. And then I could start hitting some Wormwinds, start lowering some attack boosts, because the Marshadow I really don't want to start popping off and taking my stat boosts off of the special defense boosts. But I do have to establish speed control very early. I think that's going to be vital, especially for the next 5 turns. So let's see what he does. Alright, so I'm maxing. He's not maxing yet. He has really good max options as well with the Groudon and Volcanion. He's probably not going to max, and maybe or even the Voltol, depending on what he bought. I think I would, if I was him, I would probably bring this Cinderace. All right, but there's the max card. Into the Copycat. All right, so Trick Room is set. Alright, so let's see what he does. Does he knock out the Liepard? Steam Eruption. Okay. That gets blocked, and it's probably Spectral Thief. Ice Punch? Okay. Wow. Okay. I think it's safe to just Fake Tears here. His Pokemon, I don't think he has any Fairy types. So it's actually safe for me to Wormwind, which I think I'm going to do. So I'm going to Fake Tears into the Volcanion and do a Max Wormwind into it. Hopefully that gets the KO. Let's see. Or if he switches out, whatever comes in is going to get hurt really, really hard with something. So let's see how this goes. It's all about establishing that early speed control. It's so important. It's so vital, especially in games like these. It looks like he's maxing his Volcanion. Okay. He maxed the Marshadow. Wow, interesting. Okay. So it looks like he'll probably get a fighting attack boost. He's going to try to start snowballing, so I do have to watch out for that. But here's the Fake Tears. And what's really going to help me is the Max Wormwind. So, wow, he's actually slower. Flare Blitz. Hopefully I don't get burned. Okay, good. So there's the Wormwind. This should get the KO. Alright, that's good. And then the attack is going to go down from the Marshadow as well. So very, 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 very good for us. And there's the Max Knuckles. So he's just going to go right back up to max. The Liepard is going to go down, which is okay. But at this point, I don't have to worry about any Shadow Sneaks or any priority moves. I think I could safely bring in the... and then I get a leftover stick as well. So fortunately, I do have one more turn of max. But the Amoonguss should be able to put in a lot of work and start putting some mons to sleep. And I'll probably get a special defense boost as well. So let's see what he brings out. He'll probably bring out Groudon, but actually no, maybe Rillaboom. And Rillaboom would be really helpful for me in a sense because I'll just be able to get some stat boosts as well. All right, so he brings in the Groudon. which I'm okay with. All right, and there's the Amogus. So, all right, so there's the Amogus. I'm gonna Spore into the Marshadow slot, and I think it's safe to Max Geyser into the Groudon. So that next turn I can just either force a switch, or I could just brine him and get the KO off the Groudon. Yep, let's do that. Alright, so here's the Spore. So Marshall's going to take a Snooze, and the Geyser's going to go into the Groudon slot. You have to watch out for the weakness policy though. Wow, look at that damage, so good. Such great damage. And I set up the Sun, and I set up the Rain, which is really, really important. Alright, so here's the P-Blades. A lot of damage, makes sense. Okay. Alright, and I get a Leftovers tick. Okay. At this point, it's okay if I protect the Amogus, or I can actually bring in the... No, I probably wouldn't bring in the Victini yet. But I could Pollen Puff into the Palkia slot. Fortunately, I don't have any AoE damage. Or I could just Rage Powder and eat something. Alright, I'll tell you what, let's Rage Powder. And let's see if we can get... we'll definitely KO the Groudon. Let's hope for a sleep. Yeah, let's do that. So let's Pollen Puff into the Palkia slot. And we'll brine into the Groudon. Let's do that. Okay, so there's the Pollen Puff. So we'll regain all of our health back, which is vital. Hopefully they don't wake up. Alright, the Brine's gonna get the KO. Alright, so Groudon is out of here. And if he wakes up... Oh, one turn wake up, okay. And then he Hailstorm, so... Unfortunately, looks like he's gonna take out... Oh, no, he went after the Palkia. Oh, I'm living that. I don't mind that. He didn't also get a stat boost as well, so Spectral Thief is really not going to be working as much, which is going to help me out a lot. And he'll take damage from Hail, so that's going to break off his Sash, which is really good for us. And then the Leftovers and the Black Sludge tick is also going to help as well. So there's the Leftovers ticks, and then he's going to bring out his last Mon, which is... probably the Voltol. Now, if this is the Rillaboom, then we definitely win. Because all I have to do is just target the Marshadow slot, start getting some KOs on that, and then I should be able to take out the Rillaboom with some V-Creates. Especially because the Sun isn't up. Oh, we're going against Pokeflash.co. Alright, so that is a Cinderace. Alright, and looks like I have one more turn of Trick Room, I believe. Yep. Alright, so do have to watch out for the Shadow Sneak and the Sucker Punch. But I think in this case, I do want to start taking out... I do want to start taking out the Marshadow. So let's do this. We're going to Spore into the Marshadow slot. And we're going to Brine as well into that. Or we could just brine into them. Yeah, I think I'll just brine into the Cinderace slot. Alright, so there's a Spore. It doesn't look like he's running Protect. He might be running a Vested Marshadow. She has a lot of punches, but there's the brine into the Palkia. This should hurt a lot. Yeah. Pokeflash.co. Probably, you know, not the best idea, you know, to bring him in, but it's unfortunate. So he's going to take some heal ticks. I'm going to replenish with the Black Sludge and the leftovers. At this point, I don't have any stat boosts, so it's not like Spectral Thief is going to hurt as much. I do want to reestablish speed control though, so I could safely Rage Powder and Trick Room again. Okay. Alright, so let's do that. And then, yep, he's going to sleep for a turn, and then I'm going to hit him with another Trick Room. Okay. Gonna get hit with Hail, all 3 Mons, but then the Tick, of course, is gonna get us right back up. While he takes the ticks and don't get any HP back. This just shows you the value of, like, you know, Black Sludge and leftovers. I mean, it's really, really good in the long run, especially in the long game. I can Pollen Puff here, regain some health, and I could safely just keep brining. Brian's gonna get him to at least less than half health. Should be able to maybe not get the KO, but it should hit pretty hard. So there we go. Another Brian. All right, so now he's at yellow, and then the next attack should knock it out, and he's still asleep. So we're in a really good spot. Looks like we'll get the win here. But again, that shows you the power of, listen, Copycat Trick Room. Copycat Trick Room. I mean, it's really, really strong. You know, if it's used correctly, you gain the speed advantage, and once you have the speed advantage, you'll see for yourself that you know, you're able to really get a lot of control in the game. So at this point, I could just keep Rage Powdering. He'll have to redirect into him in case he wakes up, but Brian should be able to take out the Marshadow. Alright, so here's the Rage Powder, and the Brian should get the KO. There we go. So, definitely well played. I think I had, once I established some early speed control again, that pretty much, I felt like that really won me the game. But yeah, I mean, listen, we'll take it, man. We'll take those wins. So I really hope you enjoyed the stream. I'm gonna actually head out for now. I might go back on later for a special stream. I might be streaming a different game. I'll let you know. But for now, I will see you on the next stream. And again, thank you so much for you know, for watching. Again, my name is King Daddy PC. Follow me on Twitch. Check out the YouTube videos on my channel as well. Please follow, hit the subscribe button, and let everybody know about some, you know, great VGC battles that I'm putting on. All right. So until next time, peace out.